morning and welcome back to Raspberry Rock. Well, it might not be morning where you are or when you're watching this video, but anyway, welcome back. I'm Russell and this is my cabin here. Today I want to get Willow to stop wandering around with all my lumber. Today I want to do something I haven't done since last winter. I want to hike around the pond. Great exercise. It's like walking on a sidewalk in the wilderness. And when I start doing that, I know from last year that I got out there first time and went 6 laps around the pond and my calves were killing me for 3 days. I couldn't do it anymore. I was like, shoot, why did I do that? So today I'm only going to go down 2 or maybe 3 times, see how I feel. So hopefully I can do it again tomorrow. But before I do that, let's test the depth of the pond. Can you see that? Was that a masonry bed or something like that? It's one of the very few long bits I have, and I want to make sure it doesn't come out because you don't want to go poof and then the bit comes out and you've lost a good bit. Anyway, we're going to do that first, and then you can come with me around the pond. I'll show you. Come watch. That's my lumber. I might need that. Can you see that? See, you're already that far down. Yeah, let's keep going. It's at least that's like 6 inches. Oh. Probably, I think we went another inch there, so maybe 7 inches. Well, now I can't tell. So, yeah, about 7 inches. I can drive the ATV out here. I think you can drive a car on 6 inches. But before I'd want to, in fact, this is not a bad time to get the ATV out here to get across the pond and get firewood. Because there's not a lot of snow to impede my movement out here on the ATV or dragon logs. But I want to test, like, I want to do that like all the way across where I want to go there, which is, you know, down the slope out there. But anyway, that's not what we're about today. Today, we are hiking. Here we go. keep these stones here. And when I finish a lap, I move a stone. There. I do that because my mind wanders wildly when I'm walking. I actually find when I'm walking, I'm at my most creative in my head. If I want to write a story or something like that, I was like, walking is the best thing to do. But I lose track of what lap I'm on. I have no idea. Was that 2 or 3? I don't know. So the stones really help out. I just come by here, unless I forget to move a stone. Way to go, Russell. Anyway, I'm not feeling too bad. I'm gonna go for at least one more lap. And then, you know what? I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna go across with the drill and just plot out a spot. Because I remember how much snow I was trying to work with last year, bringing in that firewood across the pond, and it was not nice. This is nice. This is only like, I don't know, 2 or 3 inches. 3 inches maybe. This would be great weather to do it. There's supposed to be some sun today. Sometimes I think those people who create the weather reports, they need to actually open their window and look outside, you know? Alright, anyway, I'm gonna finish my laps. So there's the cabin, and this is the area where I like to bring the logs in to witness. It's a nice low area. It's not too hard to get the ATV in there. More importantly, it's this side of the pond. So easy to get here from the cabin. Just drive the ATV right over there and I can kind of grab it, cut it up and grab it. But let's do some tests here, huh? I don't know if you can see it, but it was right up to the top of the threads there, so that deep there. Anyway, I'm going to keep going straight across, turning exactly the other direction here. I'm just going to keep going straight across there and make sure that we're good all the way along. Everywhere I stick my drill in, it's at least going to the end of the spiral there, so pretty safe. Now I'm just scouting for trees. I think, you know, with the trees that I cut down in the fall to clear up sky for sun to hit the solar panels, there's like some really good firewood in there. A couple of oaks and a couple of maples and pine. Plus 2 trees that I already had down from, 2 years ago now. I'm well on my way to finishing off the next winter. Not 2 winters from now. Does that make sense? So I don't think I need a lot of trees out of here. And last year I went through here, there was probably, I forget what I said, 20, 30 trees down here. This one's a nice one here. This maple. Last winter I came through here, it was hung up on this dead tree. So that's good. I'll be able to get that out of here. And is that another one under there? Might be another one. Anyway, there's a bunch in here. Oh, Sorry, Jimbo. Yourself. Sniffing my drill bit. Yeah, I remember seeing lots in here last year. Oh, I see a bunch of logs down in there. I just have to check if they're maple and not pine. Hard to tell with all the snow all over them. Where's the cabin from here? Can we still see the cabin? We can. Long ways away. A lot of dead pine in here. There's a maple right here that's still standing. Sometimes those can be really good, as long as they're not rotten. Ones in wet areas like this are often rotting from the inside. Like even ones that are still alive, there's like 3 dead ones right there. That one still has most of its bark, it might be okay. But yeah, they start rotting from the inside well before they're actually dead. There's another dead one. Like this one taken down by the beavers right here. That looks good. Nice and solid sounding. Oh, there's another. Look at that one. And the beavers, I'm okay with it. If a beaver takes down a tree and then eats the Cambrian layer for the next 2 months, great. You fed yourself. Wonderful. But they don't do that. Look at this one they took down. This is a beauty. Took this down, didn't take a scrap of bark off of it. What were you thinking, beaver? You're just wasting trees now. That is a beauty right there. I got 5 or 6 like that, and I'm probably done. And there's tons in here. I can look at all the logs that are down in here. Anyway, I actually have to go through with a chainsaw, like cut them open and see what they're like inside. See if they're any good. Maybe drop some of these ones that are dead that haven't fallen down yet. This is turning into a gold mine, but only because you know why, right? Since I built my cabin over there on the other side of the pond, they're staying away from that area, from me and the dogs, so they've come down here, which, I can't see this area anyway from my cabin, so they can take down trees all they want. But here's another good one that's not too old. Bark's just starting to come off of it. And we'll have to cut into it and see. Yeah, potentially. That one's lost all its bark, so I'd have to again cut into it and see. Dead pines, a lot of dead pines. And I got that big pine that I took down near the cabin. And I like a little bit of pine in with my firewood, like just here and there. It really helps the fire get going. You stick one piece of pine in there when you're just starting it. Really helps it get going. So I don't mind a little pine. But I got a little pine. I don't need it anymore. If I did, I'd come down here, boy, look at it all. Anyway, I'm going to go have lunch, and then I'm going to bring out the ATV. And see if we can get going here. Right, just before we go. So we're still, I just filmed just right over there. But Beaver Lodge right here. Did you see it when I passed? This is the log I was talking about. I think they built this after I moved in. Because there was a lodge right in the middle of the pond and they gave up on that. Moved all the way down here. Probably some in there right now. Just chilling. Just chilling. Listen to me talk. What do you got? What are you eating? What are you eating? Wood? You eating wood? Why are you eating wood? Don't look around like you don't know. It's not easy to tell, but a couple of elk came through here. This might be a little easier to tell. They've got the 2 hoof thingies. And they're... I first saw them on my hike over there. Here, let me take you over there. So they came out from this area. is the one I was looking at earlier. This is actually melted into the ice, this track. You can see, and they do this shuffling thing. They really drag their hooves, so you can see that they've come up from here, and then they pretty much walked right around the pond over there, out the other side. I'm like, damn it. If elk are gonna walk across my pond, I wanna know about it. I wanna get some video. You can't just do that. Come on. All right, lunchtime, finally. It's called a breakfast sandwich. Unless you're having it at lunch, and then it's called a lunch sandwich. One way to eat it. It's hot. One way to eat it without everything sliding all over the place is to trap it against your plate and go in for the kill. Yeah, But you don't want to see me eat this. I know this would have been a lot faster if I'd used the ATV winch to pull it out or backed up closer to the log, but I really just wanted to see how this worked and how hard it was. And it's not hard at all. It's just a lot of turning. I was going to try and turn it around, the log around, because you should pull it butt first. Like all those little jagged edges of branches will catch on stuff. But there's not much to catch on. I'm going to try it just like this. Let's see. Go in there. I guess something like that. All right. Clearly there's something I need to figure out here. Oh. See this, the chain came off, and it came home on the little winchy thing here. I'm still learning the little tricks and nuances to how this thing works. But what a great little unit. This was built, of course, by longtime subscriber Don Scoville out in New Brunswick. I think it was New Brunswick, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, somewhere out there. He spent a lot of time and money making this, of course, made it by hand. And he and his wife took time out of their regular day to bring it here, to drop it off at the Wizards. And what a great little piece of hardware to add to the toolbox. I really like it. I think, well, to be honest, I mean, bringing these trees across the ice, not too difficult, not too... the ice and the snow are pretty forgiving for hauling logs, but this unit will really shine when I go to haul a log on the trail, where it's nothing but rocks and, you know, crap. The tree will get stuck everywhere. This tree, actually, this one broke apart just as I was getting going. So, and I was just dragging this other long chain behind, so I just wrapped the chain around this end and kept on going. I think the long chain is great for bringing stuff out of the bush, you know, getting into a position and pulling it where I can easily pull it up with this little winch. That first log, I was winching it from a long ways away. I just wanted to try it and see, you know, I had a feeling that it would be a pain in the ass, but so after that, I made sure that the log was pretty close to here before I put this winch on it and then brought it in and then put the chain around it. So I'm still learning, you know, how best to put that chain around the log, because obviously that time it came off. That's not ideal. And I don't know. There's not much I would suggest to improve on this, Don, if you're watching. I think maybe a little box here to hold this chain in, so you're not constantly wrapping it around the bar every time you don't want to use it. But I mean, not much. Maybe a cup holder. I was a little worried that the log might swing forward and whack this because there's nothing here to block that, but that didn't seem to be a problem. It wasn't going anywhere near that. But yeah, other than that, maybe a cup holder. But otherwise, good job, Don. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Dan wants to take one of my big chunks of oak and use his Alaskan chain mill on it and cut me some big slabs, so I might take a log down there, in which case this will come in perfect to do that. Anyway, four good trees today. And one of the interesting things is, let's go up yonder. I'm gonna leave all my stuff here because I want to bring in a couple more trees tomorrow. So I'm just gonna put the cover on and leave it. But let's go up to the wood pile. So this is the side that I'm working on, and I know there's enough wood here to last the rest of the winter. But what I'm thinking is that all those trees I brought in today, they are well seasoned. They're ready to go. I could burn those right now. In fact, those trees are drier than a lot of the stuff that's in here. So, you know, I'm tempted to go out there, cut it up, bring it in here, split it, and just start stacking up this thing again and use it right away. And then those two oak trees that I took down, I guess those 3 oak trees, you know, I can put them somewhere and they can sit for another year and dry out, because they take forever to dry out. I mean, I'm burning some oak right now, and it doesn't burn nearly as well as some of the other stuff here. You know, I can still see that it's, you know, it's not nearly as seasoned as it could be, and it's still pretty heavy. It does burn. Like, I'm not having any problems burning it, but, you know, that other stuff out there, there's no need for it to wait for 2 years to use it. There's absolutely no reason at all. It's drier than a lot of this stuff here that will be burned next year. So what do I do? I'm gonna have to think about it. Maybe I make a new pile of that stuff and just start using that instead. I don't know. In fact, you guys can let me know what you think in the comments. Should I start burning that other stuff right away? Should I fill this up with that stuff and start burning it? Or should I pile it somewhere else and start burning it? Because part of me says use all of this out and then take all that oak that I just cut down and put it right at the back. And then it'll get used sometime long in the future. I don't know, you guys tell me what you think. I don't know what to do. Anyway, it's about 4:30 here, and I'm tired, and I'm gonna go in and just sit for a while. 4:31. I'm gonna go in and sit for a while and just relax before I think about dinner. And I'm gonna show you my dinner too. You're gonna laugh because it's not like anything you've seen before, but the classic Russell dinner. Anyway. You see that? Classic Russell dish. You'll love it. Okay, we start with the same bowl we used at breakfast. We had some leftover Sidekick pasta. Some leftover Sidekick rice. We're not mixing it. We're not mixing it. We're keeping them separate in the bowl. Very important. We add in some maple style beans. Some lasagna. We nuke it. For 2 minutes. We added a little butter to the beans. And a touch of maple syrup also to the beans. And finally, a little fake crab mixed with Miracle Whip. Oops. On top of the rice. Because sometimes you just want a little bit of everything. There's some big, beautiful trees in here. I don't know if I can give you an idea on how big these are, but unfortunately, I don't think the ATV can pull this big a log. And we're in the bush here, so like maybe if I could get the log into the log hauler there, but I'd have to somehow get it off of here first. I could take it in sections. What is it, JB? She barked at something, then she ran back to Willow. Like, come on, check this out. Something came over here. Isn't that interesting? Wasn't me. Anyway, take a look at this tree here. This is kind of what I like to see. The beavers have eaten all the bark off of this tree. You can tell because of the bite marks, the tooth marks on the tree. They've done the whole tree right up to, almost right up to the end. Right up to about here. And then there says bark. But that's what I like to see. That's, that's the way it should be. See, on this side they only went to here. But I would love to take that tree now and take it in for firewood because they're done with it, mostly. There's lots of other trees they can gnaw on. That tree's seen a little bit of action down there. But as I said, hard as hell to get these trees out of here. I'm not sure I can do it. Well, one thing I can do is, other than cutting it into sections, which I still might do, I'm not sure. I could bring my box out, my trailer. Just cut it into rounds right now, 16-inch rounds. Throw them all in the trailer and then just haul them back one load at a time. I could do that. Might try and drag a section though. The first thing is getting it all back on the other side of the pond so we can deal with it over there. I'm gonna take some think. I might pull the chainsaw out and just saw up a section here, like from here down towards on top of that tree. Just that one section. See if I can pull it out with the chain and then get it into the log hauler. I'll see though. Well, this is the one you've been waiting for. That's huge, man. Wow. I guess that's a nope. I got a little ways. I guess I'll just cut it in half and take half of it. Come back for the other half. Shit. Oh no! Oh no! Oh wow. did that come from? Oh no. Oh, come on. Look at this. Come on. Come on. What the hell? Well, I'm tired, and I'm sweaty, and I'm cold. Three things you don't want to be when you're working outdoors in the wintertime with heavy objects. It started to look a lot like the red-green show there after near the end there, I bet. Like, I ran over the chainsaw, I ran over my tripod. What else did I do? I probably bent the frame of my ATV. It probably wrenched my back a couple of times. But the log hauler, okay, I'll tell you what, the log hauler, it held up through everything I put it through. Congratulations, Don, you did it. I was pretty mean on it. It worked. The little winch worked great. The chain worked great. Once I figured out what I was doing, and what I could do is, what I did right at the end there, because I had hauled the logs out on the ice, I just kind of drove around and drove right up beside it, and then picked up the log hauler and dropped it right on top of it. And I was like, that's perfect, because then I could winch it up and chain it. Didn't have to back up the ATV. Like reversing in the ATV with a trailer on, oh, forget it, man. It's so difficult. It's because the short tongue, right? You just constantly. Anyway, this last tree that I brought in, huge. It's as big as like 3 of these other ones. Well, this one, that one, and that one. That one over there is pretty big. Anyway, I'm gonna go inside. I don't know what time it is. I guess I could check. It's 3:30. It's not that late, but as I said, I'm tired. Welcome to the Red Green Show. If you don't know what Red Green Show is, you can probably find clips on YouTube. Red Green Show. If women can't find you handsome, they can at least find you handy. One last thing before I go here. Oh, do you want to see where I bent the tripod? That's it. Right there. Which means it won't telescope into the leg anymore. Which is now 2 parts of the tripod that won't do that. Anyway, take a look here. This is the last one I brought in, the big one. Nice and good. Solid, tiny bit of rot there, but I don't think so. I think that's just part of a knot. But nice. Oh, hold the camera straight, Russell. That's good stuff right there. This one, the second last one I brought in, it's got a bit of a rot, but that's fine. When that goes through the log splitter, that rot will just pop right off. It's kind of nice. This is the second part of that last one that I brought in. So yeah, I guess that is a tiny little bit of rot, but the rest of that's good solid wood. It's great stuff. Yeah. So this is my haul for 2 days. Yeah. Let's get out of here, Russell. Here I stand in front of my dirty dishes. It's typical for Thursday because I have my dinner and then I get editing, and this video is taking forever to edit. I'm about halfway through, and it's like, there's all these long shots. Like, you know, I set the camera up, I hit record, and then I'm doing a bunch of stuff, and then next thing I know, I've got an 8-minute clip or longer, and I got to go through and find out the parts that I want in it, and you know, some parts you'll want to see, but you don't want to see it in grueling detail. Maybe just sped up, right? So I speed up a lot of parts. And then sometimes a lot of the audio needs to be fixed. Because, you know, I'm walking along and then I pound the tree with the axe. And I was like, oh, this spiking the audio. It's redlining, right? So I'm going to fix that. Or the chainsaw's going, or the ATV's going. The ATV's too loud here, but not loud enough over here. So I got to do the audio so it's very quiet, and then it goes loud because the audio in the clip starts loud and goes quiet. Does that make sense? Anyway, pain in the ass. I'm closing in on 40 minutes, and I don't know how much more is done. By this point, if I've got a lot of clips on one subject, like bringing in firewood, by the end I was just like, I'm merciless, just cutting the clips down to they're nothing. So I'm probably more than halfway at some point. Well, you'll know by now. I mean, I haven't gotten to the second day yet. The second day was when the 2 big trees came in. Anyway, we're gonna do a beer review, but I'm not going to review the beer. You get to review me drinking the beer. I'm such a poor beer reviewer. But you can take your time, be eloquent and loquacious in the comments. Tell me how I did in drinking this beer. It will show you what it is. Bob Cajun. What a great name for a company, right? Bob Cajun Brewing Company. And it's a beautiful area in Ontario, Bob Cajun. Look it up on Google Maps and you'll see. This is 5% alcohol, IBU 30, dockside. I'm not sure what dockside means, but red. It's a red beer. So a little bit different than what I've been drinking lately. So how am I doing so far? I read the thing. There's no like really fancy writing on here. Or is there? Wait a minute. Bob Cajun Brewing Company is founded with one goal in mind: to brew great craft beers to be enjoyed among friends. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay, well, that's, you know, to the point. Okay, now you can review me reading that. Now you get to review me doing the pour. If I get the glass right. Oh, damn it. Okay, here we go. You're reviewing this part. Am I close enough? Can you see that? The beautiful colors. I don't see the red in there. Oh, no, that was a nice pour. Oh, but that's right. I'm not reviewing myself. You get to review me. Was that a good pour? How'd I do? Can you review that? Did you review that bit? You can pause the video and go down in the comments and do your review. Well, I saved the best for last because there's a nice starry lapse coming up. It's not very long, it's fairly short, but it is quite nice. So you can watch that till the end. Anyway, cheers everybody. We'll see you at the live stream. Love you all. Peace out.